So this is an assortment of parts of my bike after a nasty road accident about 2 weeks ago. Okay, I got involved in an accident very close to home along the Eastern Bypass. It was at night. I was riding. I was in the middle lane. A careless, fast driver just showed up from behind. I saw the headlights and I saw the speed at which the car was coming towards me. This one surely was gonna hit me. So I tried to, move out of the middle lane into the outer lane. And, the car just got about 15 centimeters of the rear part of my bike as I was moving out of the lane. And the car hit me. The bike flew from the middle lane all the way to the outer lane and into the pedestrian walkway. I rolled on the tarmac. I rolled past a vehicle just in front of an oncoming vehicle and rolled to the pedestrian walkway. Luckily, I did not lose consciousness. I knew for certain that that was the day that the devil wanted to snuff the life out of me. God saved me and gave me another chance to live. I only sustained bruises on my right knee because actually the car hit the bike on the right side. Okay, so this is an assortment of parts that came from the bike. We are just going to go through it. In a separate video, I will show you the state of the bike, but it is moving. Okay, the only parts that broke off the bike are the headlights and the tank covers, and the foot pegs. But the rest of the engine, the suspension, and the wheels were very much intact. Okay, so that happened to me about 2 weeks ago. I got really scared, but the following day I was back on the road, and after going through the usual. But I want to say that I thank God for giving me another chance to live, because that is the day I knew for sure I would have died. So we are going to go through this wreckage, see the amount of damage that was sustained. I have not replaced any of these parts, but it is something that I am going to do in due course. But as I said, in a separate video, I will show you the condition of the bike, and most definitely show you after the repairs and after the restoration. Okay, so this is headlamp visor. Okay, looks very intact, doesn't look like it broke. Even you can see the parts that are attached to the headlamp are still intact. This is the left tank cover. I got it out. This one did not sustain any injuries, but I got it out because the right one was shattered, and the bike was just looking unbalanced without it. It was looking unproportional. This is part of this metal bars to protect the body panels from breaking whenever the bike falls off. A crash guard. So this part of the crash guard just broke off. You can see the amount of bruising that happened on it because of the bike rolling on the tarmac. This is part of the right triangle, and this is the pillion. This is the pillion foot peg. It broke off completely. Okay, these are part of my wind visor. This is a part of the exhaust cover. You can just see the kind of damage that happened here. broke off from, you know, the mounting point, got these nasty bruises, cracks. Okay. This is the, you know, the wing from the right side. You can see the areas that broke. Okay. Actually, this is the one. This is the one from the right side. You can see the mountings on these points broke over this area, you know, and it just came off the bike completely. And you can even see the cables just came out with the attachments, and also broke this area. This is the headlamp. You can see the scratching, you know, from the tarmac, but it looks very much intact. It's not cracked anywhere apart from these nasty scratches. So these are part of the reflector bits of the headlamp. These are part of the tank cover that broke. This was my windshield. You know, it just shattered and came off, you know, the mountings. These are part of the headlamp. Okay, just came completely off together with the running lights, the daytime running lights that were situated here, and the headlamp. You know, this is the crash guard for the left. This is the left-sided one. Okay, these are part of the tank covers. This is what was left of the windshield. Okay, shout out to TMG Garage in Kamakis along Eastern Bypass. This part of the tank cover. This part of, you know, the headlamp assembly. This is where the running lights are usually situated. You know, here are the running lights. This is one, pretty much intact. I know this one still, you know, just working as good as it was. And this is another one that just, you know, you can compare these two and just try to imagine the kind of impact that was going on here. Okay, plus other small parts whose cannot really identify where they were from. This part of the right foot triangle, you know, the right triangle, the one that holds the rider's pegs and the pillion's pegs. Okay, this is aluminium, you know, just breaks off so easily. So this part of the headlamp assembly, you know, this was H4, and you can even see that this thing just came off. You know, you can imagine the kind of impact that was going on. But I'm thankful to God that God gave me another chance to live. And this was just a message to me, telling me, you know, just come back to God, you know, come closer to God. Don't wander off, you know, don't just go into your own, you know, just going on with your own hassles, with your own stuff, and, you know, having no time to serve me, having no time, you know, for me. It was just like a wake-up call, and God just gave me a second life, you know, to serve him and do nothing but to serve him. So if you are listening to this video, just know that there is a God in heaven, a God who lives, and a God who calls his people to serve him. So in the next video, I will, you know, show the state of the bike. It is not badly off, but I will really need to replace these parts so that I get the bike in a wholesome state as it was before this incident. Cheers, guys. And please remember to subscribe.